All right, folks, we're getting close to being done with this. Really, really close. Here we got some fat stacks of figures to go through to go ahead and take off the card. Yeah, we got the Mandalorian. I picked these up way back, man. Not too far back, but like a good ways back. I got them off of eBay because the Gina Carano figure, Cara Dune, sold out on Big Bad Toy Store. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna bypass BPTS and get them off of eBay. Make it a lot simpler for myself just to do that. And paid almost a little bit over, but not too much, so it wasn't too heinous. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and open all these up. And the champ. But yeah, that should be cool. Here's some other figures I bought. I got this guy at Target, Jedi Luke. See how decent that one is. Then I think I got Hondo Onaka. Got him too. Here's an oldie but goodie. The Trilogy Obi-Wan. He's been sitting in here forever. I think I opened it up and then took it out and then put it back in years ago or whatever. We've got some Last Jedi Force Awakens stuff. You can take or leave. I'm going to go ahead and open that too. A Solo Enfys Nest. What a cool character, like cool looking character, but just kind of whatever in the movie. Rogue One. What was it? The Imperial Assault Tank Driver and Imperial Death Trooper. Those are pretty cool, but kind of expensive to army build if you're going to do those. Zutton. This guy's new from Hasbro Pulse. Ordered this figure from Hasbro Pulse. Dr. Aphra. Can't remember where I picked her up because she was big in the Vader comic, but I can't remember where I picked her up at all. And Bomb Vimden. This guy reminds me of MG Villain big time because I think he had this figure and reviewed it on card. Anyways, I think I got this from Adapa 11. Good old JJ. Thank you, man. I mean, I see him all the time, but yeah, I haven't checked out his channel in a long time. Anyways, then we got the Empire Strikes Back figures. We got Leia. I have these figures already, but we're gonna go ahead. Like I have the real vintage versions of these, but we're gonna go ahead and open these up. And maybe sometime in the future, I'll go ahead and just bust out all my vintage figures because I've got the bug just to get these all organized now. There's Yoda. There's Han. Once again, I have all the vintage versions of these. So yeah, Lando. And I always talk about this in the history of toys and history of my collecting and growing up as a kid, is that I had Lando with the lazy eye. And I swear that my Lando had whites around his eyes. I swear he did. I don't have that Lando anymore, but I swear it had like an off eye, and I could swear they had whites. I don't know. I have to look it up, see if there's any variants. But anyways, he had a lazy eye. He just had a real jacked up eye. And like I said, that I had to appreciate it for what it was. But I only bring that up because people complain left and right and gripe and whine about issues and stuff like that with toys. And here I was with the wonky-eyed Lando and had to use him. Had to live with him. Anyways, because you only got one. And there's Bespin Luke. And I swear these are so different than their vintage counterparts. And then a Stormtrooper from New Hope, Episode 4 or whatever. I had all of these and I sold them and I just kept the Stormtrooper. Either that or I think PETA, my girlfriend, got this for me in Colorado when she went to Colorado and Utah and Washington, I think. I think she stopped at a store and got this for me over there. But yeah, we're going to open all these up and we're almost done with these videos. Almost done. We're getting close. All right, folks, we're rounding near the end. We're getting around the corner and almost there. But yeah, this is weird because we're kind of coming full circle with this video. I didn't plan how I was going to do all these unboxings over the last couple of weeks, if not 3 weeks. I think it took me. Maybe it took me a couple of weeks, if not a few, to do all these unboxings. I know some of you might not care, but I'm a big Star Wars fan. I always will be, no matter what. And I love me some Star Wars. I always have. I'm a Star Wars baby, so yeah. I grew up with it, and we're coming full circle is what I'm trying to say, because we've got the vintage repros, we've got vintage versions of stuff that's new, like the Mandalorian, which is really cool. They really did a good job with these figures, a really, really good job. I love my little Cara Dune figure. She's awesome. Awesome little Gina Carano figure. It's so rad, so tough, so cool, man. So awesome. Just an awesome job. They even gave her a big butt, just like she has. It's awesome. Really, really good figure. Awesome gun. Just everything, man. They really did a good job with that line. I don't want to get too carried away with going on every figure. We're just, you know, and even the child with the pram, the little stroller thing. It's even got the frog to eat, which is cool. So that's awesome. Little Grogu, Goku, whatever. I remember when my buddy Marcus had watched the episode before me, and he was like, "Oh, do you want to know the name?" And he kept just wanting to tell me. I was like, "No, just let me see it, dude. Just don't spoil it. Let me see it, man. Let me see it." He just still wanted to ruin it. And then, and you know, as much as I feel weird about, I like The Force Awakens. It's a weird movie. And then when you watch all the new trilogy together, it doesn't make sense because Rian Johnson sucks, you know, and what's his face, Lost guy, J.J. Abrams, he sucks too. Kathleen Kennedy sucks. But if they would have kept what they had with the first movie and just developed upon that a little bit better than the last two, it would have been really great. But they didn't. They just, I don't know what the heck they were smoking, but something went wrong there. But even that said, having these out in the card, I do appreciate them, and I'm going to keep them. I'm going to keep them. This isn't a bad, this First Order Trooper is actually a really good figure. It's really not bad. I like it a lot. I like Adam Driver as an actor and a person, so I'm going to keep my Kylo Ren because this really isn't a bad figure. I like the soft goods. They look really nice with the material they use. They did a really good job with this figure. Love or hate the Force Awakens or any of the new movies, they did a really excellent job. This figure looks beautiful. It's a really good figure. I can't remember if it's the same as the Walmart little boxed release or not. And there's Snoke. And even though we didn't get to find out if Snoke was Ezra or who he was or what it was, but this still isn't a bad little figure. He's got some weird little pants. Reminds me of some kind of Frenchman or something. I don't know, or some kind of colonial guy or something, you know, or something. Somebody from the, not Renaissance, but like the, I guess Civil War period, maybe. Not Civil War, but the American Revolution era, like somewhere around there. But yeah, I feel like you come full circle with a lot of these figures. Enfy's Nest, this character is super crazy because you got these interchangeable blade things that you can put on her arms. And there's so much going on with this figure. Whether you like this movie or not, or this character or not, it's a really good figure. And I wonder if they ever developed any other stories about her, this character, like any comics or anything like that, because it's a pretty cool character and pretty cool scenes with her. And another goodie was, and once again, I'm not going into articulation with all these. I got stuff to do, but this Imperial Death Trooper is really good. Probably easy army build just because these aren't as expensive as Super 7s maybe. I don't know how much he's going for on eBay on the aftermarket, but this is a good figure. This is a really awesome, scary looking Stormtrooper. Really cool. Tank driver's awesome. I wouldn't mind having the tank. I like the tank. I like Rogue One. I thought Rogue One was a pretty good movie. I really did. But these are actually good figures. Because I think through all these videos, I'm trying to say a lot because I'm not saying anything at all. But the thing is, through all these, even we got comic characters too, like Dr. Aphra from the Vader comic. She's cool. She's a cutie. Good figure. Good gear. Just fits in with the Star Wars universe totally. And I was trying to say is that through all these videos, we've kind of seen a good history of Star Wars without me even touching like my old school vintage figures that I have. Here's our Cantina patron Zutton. This guy's cool. This guy's really cool. It's like Snaggletooth's cousin or something. I got this from Hasbro Pulse, so yeah, that was a Hasbro Pulse. They take a long time to get stuff, but they get it to you. They get it to you. And we've seen everything come full circle. We've seen them go all kinds of crazy ways, from them being ripped and kind of buff from Power of the Force to just having a little bit more articulation and better sculpt with Power of the Jedi. Just some of the movie figures. We've just seen it all over the place. We've seen a lot of good stuff. And you know, we've also checked out our vintage counterparts too, in a way. So it's all come full circle. This Jedi Luke, I gotta say, he's one of the better Jedi Lukes. I think the body mechanics are still the same, but the face sculpt is really good. I like the face sculpt a lot with this version, and the weapons and stuff. Even the cloak is brown. It's not black like the other one we checked out not too long ago. So it's a little bit better version of Jedi Luke, I think, for sure. And I forgot, like, I hadn't opened up this Obi-Wan, but not a bad Obi-Wan for the vintage carded trilogy figures. Only bad thing about their soft goods are they don't always fit that well. You know, they're kind of clunky. But this is a good Obi-Wan. If you ever find this figure, go back in the beginning, look at that card. It's really good Obi-Wan. It's really not bad. Hondo is a good character. Because Hondo was in Rebels, right? I believe. Or was Hondo in Clone Wars? I forget. But Hondo, this is a good version of Hondo. This is like if Hondo is a real life character in the real movies and stuff. That yeah, this is a version of Hondo you would get. And then Bomb Vinden. Oh man, it's a domino effect that always reminds me of Manny. We always used to hang out with them. It reminds me of Mad Woba, Darth Phoenix, all those people. I used to, man, a lot of was it sci-fi? I can't. There's a lot of people back then that we always all kind of used to know. But then when we fell off the what was it, the Collector's Talk Dungeon, whatever, I forget. But when we fell off with that crew, there's a lot of screwed up drama through hanging out with crews of YouTube. And now YouTube for me is drama free. It's just me and Overlord hanging out, and like buddies like Vampire and stuff, and Brian Starner. And I still keep, you know, those tight connections with Vampire and everybody, Dr. Twisted, and also new friends, and that we don't have to worry about drama, you know, and our enemies or anything like that. It's just sailing smooth on the sea of YouTube, enjoying some toys with people that want to tune in and not tune in. So it's all good. But anyways, that's a look at these figures. Got one more to do. I've got a headache. This is actually exhausting, believe it or not, opening up toys all day, sitting around and doing this. And man, I've filled up my recycle bin like crazy. But we're going to keep it going. We're going to do some more videos tomorrow. I actually got to get trades going for people really soon. But tomorrow I think might be all Motu day. Not new Motu, but Motu nonetheless. Anyways, thanks for watching, y'all, and one more video coming up soon.